For over a century, the Willard Library has stood as a Gothic masterpiece, its spires and turrets rising like something out of a Victorian novel. But this building holds more than history. It holds a mystery. Ghost stories have surrounded this place for decades, but are they just stories or something more? Hello friends, my name is Marcia, and this is Midwest Ghost Hunters. Construction on the Willard Library began in May 1877, with the foundation completed in just a few months. A depressed economy and downturn in the real estate market caused the project to stall, leaving it abandoned for nearly 5 years. Work resumed in January 1882, and the library's grand opening finally took place on March 28, 1885. The library was the brainchild of William Carpenter, a wealthy Evansville real estate broker. Born in Vermont in 1803, he grew up on his family's farm. In 1822, he left seeking prosperity further west. He married his wife Lucinda, and they would eventually settle in Evansville in 1837 at the request of his younger brother, A.B. Carpenter, who asked Willard to join his wholesale dry goods business. In 1848, Willard began construction on his grand home at 405 Carpenter Street, a known stop on the Underground Railroad. The home still stands today. Willard sought to create a lasting legacy in Evansville, and this library was his final attempt to do so. Unfortunately, he would never live to see his dream come true, dying of a stroke in November 1883. Documented paranormal occurrences have taken place at the library since 1937, when a custodian, alone in the dimly lit library, headed to the furnace room with his flashlight and nearly collided with a spectral woman in a floating dress and gray veil. The Gray Lady, as she has come to be known, has been seen throughout the years by other credible witnesses. Other reported activity include the sounds of toilets flushing, the smell of a floral fragrance, cold spots, hearing footsteps on the stairs, and books and furniture being moved. We investigated the Willard Library on a rainy night in March 2025, because of course, if you're going to go ghost hunting, you might as well add some dramatic weather. We had our usual gear, REM pods, digital recorders, full-spectrum cameras, and investigated the basement and the second floor. We didn't spend much time on the first floor due to no activity being reported there. Early in the investigation, we captured what would turn out to be the most activity of the evening. As we were holding an EVP session in the reception area just outside the Browning Gallery in the basement, we captured a whispered no. This didn't seem to be in response to any question, as Bev and I were just chatting at that moment. We did not hear this in real time. Well, the back of you are, but you were in front of me. You were blocking me.
Oh, you don't want me to block you?
No, I need to be on.
Oh.
You're fine. About 8 minutes later, we all heard a very loud crash. As we were pondering what it might be, Bev and I also clearly heard two men carrying on a conversation. It sounded like they were on the floor above us, the first floor that has no reported activity and the only area of the library not covered in recording equipment, naturally. We tried to debunk it. We checked in with our guide, who had been alone in his office. We even sent 2 investigators outside to test if voices would carry inside. They didn't. Who those men were and where those voices came from remains a mystery. So this is the newer part. They redid this in like 2015.
Okay.
And added the gallery and the children. What was that?
Down here, right?
Dawn, we just heard something pretty loud. Is there anything going on outside? So this is the newer part. We redid this in 2015 and added the gallery and the children. What was that? Later in the evening, we also captured a strange light anomaly in the Bayard room. That room is closely associated with sightings of the Gray Lady, who is often seen gazing out its windows by people passing by. Aside from that, the rest of the night was relatively quiet. We listened for the sound of furniture moving, footsteps, and falling books, but we heard nothing. Despite our best efforts, we didn't catch a glimpse of the Gray Lady herself. So was it just a quiet night in a peaceful old library? Or a place steeped in energy that reveals itself only when it chooses? At the Willard Library, the line between history and haunting is razor thin. And while we didn't get the grand spectral entrance we were hoping for, we left with more questions than answers, which, in our world, is sometimes the most compelling evidence of all. And here's something we really love about this place. The Willard Library embraces its haunted history. In fact, they're so proud of the Gray Lady, they've set up 24/7 ghost cams throughout the building, so anyone, anywhere in the world, can try their luck at spotting her. It's one of the few haunted locations where the ghosts are practically on the payroll. I've put the link in the description in case you want to check it out. Whether you believe the Gray Lady is still keeping watch or not, one thing is certain: something, or someone, seems to linger there. Thanks for joining us on our adventure to the Willard Library. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and come along with us on our next haunted adventure. And remember, history may be written in the books, but sometimes the ghosts write back.